Queensland.
The queen, my lower incisors for the queen. Where is that wretched creature?
Last time when we were at Alice. Alright. So, this game definitely throws a whole bunch of, like, shit at us randomly, like that. I'm gonna throw my jacks at them. Fuck them. There's something else in here. Who else is in here? Oh, you are. Stop it. Anything else? Because this game does not like pulling punches. Like, you could probably fall down there and die instantly. But I have a feeling we're meant to be over this way. And if you're relatively new to the channel, because I tend to stream a good 8 hours throughout the day, I tend to switch between about 2 to 3 games on average. Most of the times it's been 3 games. I start off the day relatively slow while having coffee, and it's usually like playing Sims for a bit, or the last 2 days has been I've been designing stuff for The Sims. We just did a park for The Sims 3, which I've never really done a park before, so that was a new experience. Came out really good. But, the mid part of the day I've been doing something that's a little bit more fun, casual, which is where the Lego games have been coming in. Previously, before that, I was playing every single Harry Potter game. And then by the end of the day, I picked something else, and I've been trying to stick within the retro-ish area because I am older than most people who watch Twitch, and as such, I have played many, many games that people have never seen. And as a result, I kind of like showing people a lot of the games that you might have heard of and not really seen played. I know people have seen Alice before, but Alice came out in 2000 for the computers, or the PC. I've owned this game on disc version since 2000 as a result, because I had a friend that basically coaxed me into getting it. I was always kind of interested in it because I liked the Alice theme behind it. I will say that overall, Alice, the game itself, does not... It's not horrible. It's not amazingly great. The visuals are its claim to fame and what makes it awesome. Beyond its visuals... I was wondering if I left anything. Beyond its visuals, the story is actually pretty good. Gameplay-wise is kind of hit or miss. It's kind of throws a ton of stuff at you all at once. It sometimes does it unfairly. It has a tendency to also spawn monsters out of your eye when you think you're done with them, and to try and fake a difficulty, but honestly that was kind of done for a lot of games in that time period and even before then, so it's not too surprising. Still, there were a lot of games that were not doing that any longer, so it was definitely holding on to some old video gaming tropes. But beyond that, Alice herself, she kind of has a floaty feel that can be really frustrating to play with. She has a tendency, if you watch her, when you stop moving and jumping, she slides a little, and that will cause you to die on many occasions because there are many points where the game wants to be a platforming type game, and when you jump from one platform to another, you will think you are perfectly fine, and then out of nowhere she will slide just a little bit and then fall off into her death. It gets a little frustrating at that point, and there's a few areas where I had that happen where it was absolutely mind-bogglingly frustrating. Where the hell am I going? I thought it was through one of these doors. The doors are not opening. There's also aspects like this where it's not necessarily clear. There was a whole level where you can't progress unless you manage to break a certain environmental decoration in every room. And it only gives you a slight visual hint, and it's the only time the game does it. I remember when I played that time in the past. Okay, so there's a different card symbol above each door. And none of them are hearts. That's the spade. That's a club symbol. And what is this one? Diamonds. Diamonds are red, aren't they? But I think so. I'm confused because I remember the Red Queen being essentially the queen attached to the red pieces within the within chess. But at the same time, maybe it's also attached to the Queen of Hearts? See, that's the door with hearts. So maybe we're going that way. I thought I walked over here and I couldn't. Oh. There's a lot in there. That is a lot. I'm throwing my knife. My knife is my basic weapon. It's the Vorpal blade, a Vorpal knife. Lever you gotta pull in the lower level. I'm at that point. Sort of. I just don't want to deal with these guys in general.
Only a few find the way. Some don't recognize it when they do. Some don't ever want to.
I mean, the game did some really good things in its time with, some of the puzzle aspects within the environment are cool. I feel like they're just very... I feel like the game doesn't fully know what it wants to be. Does it want to be puzzle-based? Does it want to be story-driven? Does it want to be... It kind of tries to do multiple things, and in some of them it does it very well. In other ones, it feels like it's a little bit lost. So that's a mirror. But there's nothing on the wall. Hatter, Jabberwocky, Tweedledee, Tweedledum. Probably Jabberwocky. Like the puzzles and the environments, I like them. I think they're really good. I know it's a riddle. The backseat gaming! But the puzzles and the environment are so infrequently done. I feel like it would have been nice if they had done them more often. There's one. I could see that, but it's facing a club. Which probably means the door that's up above that's open is the club door. Oh boy. It's one of those. Okay, that's not that bad. No, you're fine. Eureka, Evan, if you know the game, I will definitely ask for assistance. I've been getting stuck a little bit, and I don't mind too much. I'm trying to replay it on my own, but at the same time, I'm not sitting there trying really hard to solve everything on my own just because I played it before. I don't like the look of that. Oh well, I already saved it before. Am I supposed to refight each of these? That would be horrible. Who's Tweedledee? Yeah, I think if you get it wrong... I don't like this because it just... You're bound to get hurt. Yeah, they're back. I thought so. Is there anyone over on that side? Yes, there is. Of course there is. Why wouldn't there be? I think if I remember correctly, the thing is you're supposed to pull the lever face the mirror to each painting, find out the symbol, go through that door, hit the corresponding painting. Yep, and they each vanish. Yeah, I remember this. I mean, I don't even fully remember it, it's just a relatively simple concept. Like, there's a lot about this game I forgot. There are certain, like, visual elements that were so well done in this that I did, like, they stuck with me. That's Jabberwocky. Okay, who's Jabberwocky? Diamond. But one of the visual elements that stuck with me, as I've mentioned multiple times, was in one of the earlier levels where you see basically a vortex out in the distance on your while you're platforming on the stage that you're on. But there's a door flying around in the vortex, and then the door, as it comes towards you, actually opens, and the entire stage is just sort of goes through that entire door. I think it's really well done. I've always liked that visual. There's some visuals that are less well done, like this stage itself is kind of ho-hum to me. While I like this whole aspect of it, where you have to pick which one you're doing, it's still a little ho-hum. Like, it looks cool, it's just there were other stages that were better at doing things. It's one of the more easier puzzles to solve. Yeah, the one with Tweedledee Tweedledum with the clocks was the harder one, but at the same time, I felt that one was so obscure it was unnecessarily complicated if you didn't know what was coming. And the only reason I remembered was I was looking at it and I remembered something about the clocks. Like, I want to applaud the Tweedledee Tweedledum with the clock puzzle, but at the same time, it's just like, really? It couldn't have been just a, like, it was too light-handed with its hint. Like, the hint was, you saw another clock elsewhere in its condition. That was it. Other puzzles I don't fully remember, honestly. Like, there were certain environments that were I liked more than others. The Pale Realm is still one of my favorite environments. Turning into a chess piece and having to move as a chess piece I thought was fun and enjoyable. I wish you had to do it at least once more, because you only did it twice. And it was an enjoyable little puzzle that was just environmental based. You needed to know how the chess piece moved. Alright. Mad Hatter, what are you? You are Spade. Here's what we'll do. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna quick save. Spade for Mad Hatter. We're gonna pick the wrong one because I don't remember what happens if you pick the wrong one. There. So Spade, it's supposed to be Mad Hatter, so that one. We're gonna pick Jabberwocky. Oh, it just throws you back to this room with a ton of things. That's... yeah. Like, it's not... the punishment isn't very creative. But whatever. That was how you're supposed to fall down. Is just hit the current at the last minute so that you... oh, fucking hell. All right, so I'm gonna save. I'm gonna hard save here at this point, just because it's better in case the game crashes or whatever else to have a hard save, because I'm not quite sure exactly how well the quick saves work. Plus, I'm glad I have had hard saves at certain points. It's a lot easier to deal with. I have a ton of saves.
Bravery and I are not on intimate terms. My natural curiosity is tempered with caution. Thus I've lived long. But now, ignoring my instinct to flee or fib, I speak the truth without regard to consequence. Your courage deserves no less. You've suffered great pain, and you've caused some. You've endured deep grief and feelings of guilt, but you will be tested by a more wrenching anguish, Alice. There is worse to come. You and this Red Queen cannot both survive. You are two parts of the same...
Oh my god. I forgot that's how he died.
Mushroom.
So Lempring, thank you for the follow. Why is her head turned while she's like grabbing both of her hands? So, yeah. I don't remember if this is the fight or not. I feel like it's not. I remember a different arena.
Who am I? Off with her head.
She's beautiful. Basically can't be near the sparkles when it's about to go off, otherwise she just throws you. Does not feel like a very difficult fight right now. I remember it being a little bit more. I know there's another phase to it, because I remember a giant black area. worse. I'm getting stuck on the environment when I'm moving sometimes. Okay, saving again. Oh no, there she goes. Against the wall. You just have to kind of keep moving Alice back and forth. That's it. Compare this to Jabberwocky from last night.
I rule Wonderland alone. Your interference will not be tolerated. This realm is for grown-ups.
Raw, well-ordered, ruthless, careening on the jagged edge of reality. Self-pitying dreamers are not wanted here. They cannot survive here. You fear the truth. You live in shadows. Your pathetic attempts to reclaim your sanity have failed. Retreat to the sterile safety of your self-delusions, or risk inevitable annihilation. If you destroy me, you destroy yourself. Leave now, and some hollow part of you may survive. Stay, and I will break you down. You will lose yourself forever!
I like how she cries and then she's done with crying. That was great. Yeah, this I remember. I also remember doing that. Reload. Yeah, this fight's bullshit from what I remember. Like, there's a safe spot for you over there where the blunderbuss is. But the moment you pick up the blunderbuss is the moment it teleports you back. So don't pick it up. Oh wait, you can't. Oh no, when it goes away. Are you fucking kidding? Reload. I'm trying to quick save it at certain key points. Are you kidding? I need to get that heart. Oh, fuck, I might have killed myself. Oh my god, I quick saved it right when she was getting hit. I think I fucked up. No, I didn't. Okay, sort of. Not really. This is a better spot to have a quick save at. Just has every attack in the game, basically. I think you have to hit her in the face? I see her in the face. Actually, I don't know if it matters. I thought I was a little further in the... I thought I had more to do in the game than this. I didn't know I was this close to the end. Well, like, I'm better. I'm out of the loony bin. Let me take my pyromaniac cat with me. You wish the boss battles had a fucking life meter along with yours? It's... The boss battles are relatively uninteresting for the most part. The game itself, it lives off of its visuals and the overall story. The story's decent. It's a little over... Like, it's been done multiple times since then. But when this was released in 2000, that story was relatively unique and still relatively new. We didn't have a whole lot that had the twist along those lines where Alice gets to the end and she realizes what Cheshire was telling her was that they can't both live together because they are both the same people, that the Red Queen is essentially her level of guilt and her anxiety and all the other stuff that had brought her into this mental state, and that in order to get better, she was basically fighting with herself the entire time. It was a nice story. It was well done. The visuals are awesome. Beyond that, the gameplay, like I said multiple times, she's floaty. I don't like how she works, and she doesn't play very well in a platforming type of game because of her floatiness. The game itself doesn't entirely know what it wants to be, whether it wants to be a platform or a puzzle game, if it wants to be everything all at once. And it tries to be a little bit too much sometimes, and that's fine. A lot of games were still experimenting at the time period. The bosses are incredibly unimaginative, especially when compared to everything else in the game. I almost feel like all the bosses were created by a singular individual that had very little say in the rest of the level designs, because they feel a lot more like the old school shooter games where it's throw as much crap at the boss as possible until they end up dying, whereas some of the level designs required a little bit more thought involved in it. And that's why I feel like they're a little disjointed, and it does feel like there's someone else that was involved with that compared to whichever team was involved with level designs. But at any rate, that was American McGee's Alice. It's the second time I've ever beaten it. The first time I beat it was back in 2000, back when I had owned the game. I don't quite remember if I beat it in 2000 or if I beat it a year or two after that. I do remember it took me a little bit to get into the game, and I don't remember entirely why. It might have been because of her movement mechanics. But it's still a relatively good game and worth taking a look at.